21 degrees tomorrow night. Moderate to fresh east to northeasterly winds, occasionally strong offshore. Relative humidity stands at 92%. For the outlook, showers will lessen later on Monday and temperatures will fall to around 19 degrees in the mornings and intervals in the following couple of days. And that's the weather from Metro Plus, your Connect.
Many daily necessities are dangerous goods. We must use them with care. Under the amended Dangerous Goods Ordinance, which commenced on March 31st, 2022, a license is required for the manufacture, storage, conveyance, or use of dangerous goods. And their packing, marking, and labeling should comply with the law. Conditional exemptions and a 24-month transitional period to facilitate daily use are granted. Visit the Fire Services Department's website to learn more.
Ang opinyon ng programang ito ay mula sa host at ang kanilang panauhin at di nanganguhulog ang opinyon ng estasyong ito, Metro Plus AM 1044.
Tunog Pinoy. Tunog Pinoy.
Wala na bang pag-ibig sa puso mo at di mo na kailangan?
Tunog Pinoy.
Dahil ikaw ang sigaw ng puso ko, ikaw ang nasa isip ko, ang nais ko ay malaman.
Tunog Pinoy, alas 8:30, Huwebes at Biyernes at Sabado mula alas 9 hanggang alas 11 ng gabi dito sa Plus AM 1044.
Ibig ko sa'yo ibibigay.
못 참겠어. Wanna be with you. 내 맘을 숨겨야 해서 힘들었지. 애써 안 되는 표정 관리. 입을 열다가 또 입술만 깨물지. Because of you 말하고 싶어 baby you. 너만 보면 oh girl I just can't help myself. Can't wait no longer. 이제 못 참겠어. 참겠다고 말을 할 때는 꿀밤 대신 눈을 감아줬으면 해. 네가 자꾸 나를 무례하게 해. 태양은 뜨겁지만 나는 맨눈으로 너를 보고 나를 Wanna be with you. No more playing cool. No more playing cool. It's you and I. It's you and I. 내 맘을 적셔 내게
$8:36 on the clock. Can't help myself with Loco and Eric Nam on your radio plus 1044. And it's a Saturday. It's TunogPinoy 7 night all the way till 11 o'clock. And kasama natin, syempre, is this your last weekend?
What do you mean?
Last weekend na mag-vlog ng ganito? Maybe.
Well, maybe.
Maybe. Anyway, Kuya Mike, sa bahay niya.
Let's see what we can achieve in the next
In the next couple of
weekend.
days.
Kasi hindi ko rin alam eh. I can't really say much about it.
Especially if there's breaking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many things that are happening. Depende sa kanila yon kung gusto nila ako madinig on
Ay,
a
gusto
regular
nila
basis
yan.
pa rin.
Ako spokesperson nila.
Ano sabi mo?
Ako yung spokesperson nila. So,
Yung may birthday bukas. Okay.
birthday po niya sa Wednesday. Huwag niyong kakalimutan
Birthday
na.
niya bukas.
Wednesday si Kuya Mike.
Unahin mo muna yung bukas kulit eh, no? Okay. Balita muna tayo sa ating mga kasama.
Let's go.
Let's move on. Ngayong araw na ito, 284 COVID cases as transmission chain mounts up. Alam naman natin to, there's two clusters no, na kumbaga tinututukan ngayon. Hong Kong has reported 284 new COVID cases this Saturday, and some leads between the outbreak of clusters in Hung Ham Snooker Club and the Saiwan residential building. Among the new cases, 116 were confirmed via PCR and 168 via rapid antigen tests. That brings a total, according to the Center for Health Protection, Chuang Shukwan, to 1,195,616. No? The Sky Cuisine cluster in Shangwan added 11 more cases, amounting to 39 guests, 21 male and 18 female, and the age are between 7 to 90 from 15 families in total. 2 of the staffers were infected with the coronavirus as well. One of the staffers lives in West Terrace in Saiwan, which was earlier locked down. Health authorities will see if the 2 outbreak clusters are linked. Meanwhile, 6 more cases were added at the Sun Mong Club cluster in Hung Ham. Among the new cases reported today, 2 were staff members who prepared food and worked at the bar. One staffer last went to work on Monday and tested positive 2 days later. As for the other 4 customers, they were throwing darts at that time. The cluster now saw 10 customers and 2 staffers infected. In other developments, Chuang Shukwan said 33 imported cases. 10 patients arrived in Hong Kong on Friday, including 3 traveling from CX288 and 2 from CX495. The other 5 traveled on CX170, TR980, KL819, and TK070, as well as EK384. 22 cases were identified at designated quarantine hotels between the 3rd and 6th day of the patient's arrival. The last imported case involved a 31-year-old man arriving on May 1st from Thailand via Singapore. He tested positive on Thursday, May 12, with a CT value of 17 to 18, suspected to be a local case. She continued, authorities detected another case involving the Omicron BA4 variant. This is the latest variant, no? The patient was a 60-year-old woman who arrived in the city on Monday from the U.S. via Switzerland, and she suffered a sore throat upon her arrival already. So far, the city has seen 3 cases involving the new Omicron variant. Yeah. So yan yung ano natin. Another thing is over 90% of residents said they could not accept cutting the frequency of buses, according to the results of a survey released on Saturday, which is today. The East Rail, ito po yung bagong connection, ano? So kung kayo po ay nasa, should I say, DJ Jin, nasa green line? Tama, no? O hindi, ano yung tawag mo dun sa, ano mo, sa line mo?
Hindi, Wukay siya yung, Wukasyalan yung
Hindi, kaya nga, Wukar siya. Kasi ang connection nito yung Hungham eh.
Hindi.
Yes, Hungham
Hindi.
po itong
Wait,
connection
wait,
ng
wait.
Israel.
No, Israel is the blue.
Ito nga yung sinasabi nga natin, di ba?
Wait.
Binawasan ng mga sa Israel para papunta ng Hong Kong Island. Ito yung sinasabi natin na magla-land sa sa Hong Kong Convention and Exhibition Center, Convention Center, tsaka Admiralty. Kasi nga babawasan daw nila yung mga buses. Pero anong rail yon? Pag huminto ka o yung connection na yun, pag huminto ka ng Hungham, sa'yo yun, di ba?
Hindi, dalawa kasi siya. Pero I
Hindi,
think
pero
this is more
kasi
East
they
Rail.
identified only as Hungham eh.
I think it's more East Rail. Katapat niya yung East Rail. Yung
So
blue.
that means yan yung,
Yung
how do you go to that place?
ito yung Tinshuwai. Ay,
Kaya nga,
Tinshuwai.
yun naman yung
Shatin.
Papunta sa Shatin. But you can actually cross to
Hungham.
Hungham, di ba?
Dun, yun yung may interchange dun sa Hungham.
Yun na nga sinasabi ko eh.
Hindi, pero mas katapat niya yung East Rail kasi kesa dun sa
Kaya nga,
Waisha.
but if you take the rail, kasi di ba yung Hungham kasi is not connected technically except for the Shatin link or type, ano ba?
Typo Shatin. Yung East Rail, tapos yung Waisha line.
Lowu, di ba? Lowu to Hungham, right?
Yeah.
Tama?
Yep.
Tama. So yan yung East Rail. Yan yung
Yun yung
original.
East Rail.
Oh, yan yung
Yeah.
East Rail. Pero it also can connect by taking Homantin, transferring to your link. Correct?
Pwede din.
Pwede rin. So, as far as that is concerned, mababawasan daw yung buses. The East Rail Line Cross Harbor extension will open to the public tomorrow, right? And the ridership of the buses is expected to drop after the extension kicks in. The survey was conducted by a joint concept group on public transport planning upon railway commencement, a group comprising of 16 district concern groups on public transport. They interviewed a total of 1,800 residents living in Kowloon City, Wong Tai Sin, and Kuntong. Results show that over 90% of respondents said they could not accept cutting the frequency of buses. Meanwhile, over 65% who take the bus or the ferry to work on Hong Kong Island said it is unlikely for them to switch to the East Rail line in the future. The survey also revealed that over 80% of the respondents disagree that the East Rail line extension would be enough to improve the cross-harbor traffic. Okay. So, like what we said, pwede ka manggaling po doon from Lowu all the way to Hungham, and then from Hungham, hindi ka na kailangan mag-transfer pa doon sa, anong line yun papuntang Chimsachoy?
Yung Waisha line?
Papuntang Chimsachoy from Hungham Station.
Yeah, yung
Yep.
Waisha. Kasi TST
Okay.
is yun di ba?
So,
Ang Pachunmon.
magta-transfer ka sa TST East, right?
Usually.
Okay. So, yung situation na yon, you can actually transfer, nandun ka na sa Hungham, you can just transfer to the East Rail that will connect you to Hong Kong side na, di ba?
Hindi, sabi
Which is
nga,
the-
may nagsabi dito, wala nang that's technically the blue line na talaga na nag-extend.
So, dire-diretso na siya?
Dire-diretso na daw siya to Admiralty. So, no more changing. Unless gusto niyong pumunta sa amin, then doon kayo mag-change sa Hungham.
Okay. So, kung hindi na siya, kung dire-diretso na siya, so yung mga kasama po natin who are in the red line sa East Rail, galing kayo ng Shatin o
Blue line.
pwede nyo nang kunin yun.
Oo, blue line papunta ng Admiralty.
Yes,
Dali, no?
dire-diretso na siya.
Wow.
Or kung galing naman po kayo ng Hungham or galing po kayo ng ano yung line sa Homantin that takes you all yung bagong line na yon?
Yung Kuntong line.
No, not the Kuntong line. Not the Kuntong line. Yung line mo.
Yung Chunmun Waisha line.
Yes. Yung line na yon, you can also take it basta hinto ka dapat ng Hungham. And then you can take it straight na, di ba?
Yes.
And then of course yung Kuntong naman ay yung Kuntong Kowloon Tong line, dire-diretso na yun eh.
Sa bagay.
Di ba?
That's
You
true.
can actually yung green line you can transfer to the blue line and take you all the way. So technically sinasabi na mas mabilis na nga daw siya. But there's actually only 2 additional stops, di ba?
Oo.
Yung additional stops doon would be yung convention center
And
stop
then,
and then yung Admiralty
Admiralty.
stop.
yes.
Right. So your convention, if your offices are on the side of the convention center, which is basically
Wansai.
yung mga hindi, but one shy on the other side, di ba?
Oh, that's true.
East one shy siya.
Oo.
East one shy ba tawag? Yeah.
So, medyo
So hindi
malayo din yung lakad
malayo
nun.
malayo pa rin siya.
Kasi
So
pa-ferry
ang
yun.
lalabas nun, maglalakad ka pa rin towards one shy.
Parang
Right?
ano
Kaya-
siya, parang lakad niya is
Parang
Central
Chunwan
Hong
West.
Kong. Chunwan
Sorry.
West. Chunwan West,
Parang Chunwan West at saka Chunwan East, di ba?
Mayfu, mga ganyan.
Yes. May nasa gitna ka, nasa pagitan ka.
Oh.
So some people are saying that if you're coming from Kowloon, especially if you're coming from areas like Kuntong, 'di ba, may 104, may 101,
Mhm.
pwede kang bumaba after the tunnel
Yeah.
para mapunta ka na sa Causeway Bay. Ito, kailangan ka pong pumunta technically to Admiralty just to go to Causeway Bay,
Mas madali nga.
right? But sabi nga nila, it's lesser stop. The cost is, I think, almost the same because you're crossing the Cross Harbor Tunnel. So tingnan natin kasi tomorrow is the opening. So for people who live in areas like University, 'di ba?
Ayan, no?
Shatin,
Kauluntong.
Taiwai,
Pwede na rin.
Kowloon. Pero pag ganun, pag Kowloon, mabilis na 'yun.
Mabilis na yun.
Mabilis na 'yan. Mongkok, if you're within the Mongkok area na Prince Edward side,
Oo.
sakop ka pa rin nun, 'di ba?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so
Shek Kong Temple.
just to that effect. Anyway,
Just follow the map. Yun ang masasabi namin
let me
sa inyo.
figure it out tomorrow. Baka sipagin ako
Lalabas siya bukas.
Right. Baka sipagin ako Ako mismo ang sasakay the first stage of early in the morning.
Okay.
Okay. Ayun, sabi ni Lloyd, pag galing ka ng Siongsoy at papunta ka ng Yunlong sa Taiwai, mag-interchange. Hindi, we're not talking about that kasi ibang ano yun eh.
Oo. Ibang usapan
That's
na yun.
totally different, no?
Oo.
But we're talking about if you're heading to Hong Kong side. Para hindi ka na masyadong lumipat ng maraming beses. Okay, anyway. So today marked another day of collection.
Collection.
Oh, dahil lumabas na yung Lumabas na yung information about PhilHealth.
Oh.
Di ba?
Oh.
So let me just, in a way, read what's on this PhilHealth thing, which I'm sure quite a number of you hindi naman binasa.
Mhm.
So babasahin ko na para sa inyo para at least di na kayo mahirapan.
Yung advisory.
So yung advisory na ito, this is as prescribed in Section 10 of Republic Act 1122.3. So 11223 or Universal Health Care Act. In accordance to the PhilHealth Circular Number 2020 Series 0005 on the Premium Contribution Schedule in the National Health Insurance Program. So ito ay base sa inyong monthly salary. Okay? So dito tayo nagagalit. Number one, hindi po natin pwedeng tanggalin. Let me just make it clear. Hindi po pwede siyang tanggalin unless na amyendahan siya. Please understand that. Okay? Number one. So pag inamyendahan siya, kailangan meron pong quorum. So the chances of it happening sooner will probably be not because magbubukas ang bagong kongreso after the swearing in of the new president. Diba? So matagal pa siya. So the chances of whether priority ito ng kongreso is another story. Okay? So, nagiging controversial po ito specifically for overseas workers. No? Lalong-lalo na, let me speak about it dito sa Hong Kong. The reason why nagiging may controversies siya kasi hindi naman natin nagagamit ito dito. But it could be availed by your next of kin. Ibig sabihin nun, yung inyong mga dependents. No? That has to be cleared because may mga iba na hindi tinatanggap ito based doon sa Kasi maraming ano siya eh, marami siyang pros, marami din siyang cons. So base dito, it is based on your monthly salary. The adjustment premium rate shall take effect in the electronic premium remittance system in the PhilHealth members portal starting applicable month of June 2022, which is next month. Members and employers who have already paid their contribution at 3% are advised to generate the corresponding statement of premium account for the paid period so that they can settle the 1% differential payment remittances until December 31st, 2022. Okay. So, kung babasihan po natin siya sa rate po ng sa rate po ng sweldo, I already came up with some sort of a brief idea on how it will look like. DJ Jean? So, kung i-convert po natin, okay, let me just
Oh my
put my
gosh.
face. Okay, so yan.
Math.
So, if we put the conversion po, ang basic salary nyo is 4,630.
Okay.
I conservatively placed it at times 6.
6 months.
Hindi, 6.
Six.
6. Conversion ng peso to the peso to o Hong Kong to
Okay.
peso. So, ang conversion niya is 27,780.
Okay.
So, I just put it at exactly
6.
6.
Okay.
Okay? Just to, para wala na tayong kasi hindi natin alam kung ano yung conversion rate nila eh. Right? So, yan po. So, if we multiply it by 6, right, at the exchange rate, lalabas siya 27,780
Per month. Yung
per
sweldo
month.
nyo in
Yan
Philippine
ang sweldo
peso.
ng bawat domestic helper dito sa minimum.
Okay.
So now, because you need to multiply your contribution at 4%, so you have to multiply it by, ito,
0.04.
0.04. Diba? Kasi 2 decimal points to get the percentage eh. Right? So yan po siya. Okay? So ang total lalabas dyan, ang inyong contribution buwan-buwan is 1,000.
111 pesos and 20 centavos.
Correct.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
That's at 4%.
Okay.
Remember, hindi tayo kasama dun sa 3% because naglabas ng moratorium si President Digong. Di ba? Na wag mo nang i-apply. I don't know whether they applied this in the Philippines already when it became into law.
Okay.
You got it?
Okay.
So, because of that, ang total na babayaran natin, which previously was what? 2,400 annually. Okay? So, kung 2,400 annually ang binabayaran natin dati,
Ano yun pesos?
24 divided by 12, so it's about 200 pesos. Yan lang po, ano? Ngayon, tataas po siya ng 1,100. DJ Jin?
1,111 pesos and 20 centavos?
Okay. So, ang annual contribution nyo po, yan po.
13,334 pesos and
Yes.
40 centavos.
Correct. So, ang lumalabas dyan, if we put that all together, so 13,334.4, right? Yan po yung ang atin pong contribution this time. Right? So, if you just less 200, di ba? 200 pesos. So, tingnan nyo po yung tinaas. Right? Ngayon, I have spoken to some people in the know regarding this thing.
Okay.
Hindi po pwede itong basihan based on the salary cap or minimum salary natin dito o tinatanggap mo. Because yung ginagastos ng isang individual dito or in any other parts of the world is the local currency where the conversion rate comes from. Tama? So, bakit? So, pag ganun, masyado naman pong malaki yun. Ang akin lang po sana, kung pwede siya, is to base it similarly. Okay? So, if we can meet halfway, no? We can meet halfway. if it can be similarly to the way SSS is asking for, di ba, DJ Jin? Kasi yung SSS, lumalabas na ano kayo di ba? Self-employed, tama? Ang contribution nyo dito is self-employed. So kung self-employed kayo and overseas kayo, meron siyang talagang bracket for overseas.
Meron.
Ikaw ba binabayad mo sa SSS mo bracket sa Manila o bracket overseas?
Alam ko bracket overseas yung akin eh.
Okay, so kung bracket siya overseas, meron siyang specific amount, di ba? Yun yung
Yes.
max amount.
Yes.
Dapat ang contribution. Di ba? Kasi kung ganito, paano ko, let's just assume na ang pera mo, kumikita ka ng 100,000. Right?
Yep.
100,000 pesos. Right? 100,000 pesos. Imagine mo po, if you multiply that by 4%, times 4%, okay, so that's about 100,000, 4% nun, 10% is 10,000. So 4,000 pesos bawat buwan. Right? So if you multiply that by 12, you're talking about 48,000 pesos buwan-buwan. You're paying nearly about kulang-kulang ng 10,000 Hong Kong dollars sa isang taon.
Yep.
Kung ganun, bakit ako mag-feel health? Dito na ako kukuha.
Yep.
Ng medical ko.
That's true.
Right? It doesn't make sense Right? Sinasabi nung iba, yun ang sinasabi nila. Pwede naman po kayo magpa-convert, meaning kung meron po kayong claim, pwede nyo i-claim from here. Ngayon, itong gagawin natin. So because of this particular thing, sumulat na po ako sa PhilHealth.
Yep.
And I specifically wrote to the chief executive, si Geran. No? So hopefully, masagot po tayo niya. At mabigyan tayo ng pagkakataon na makausap siya at magkaroon po tayo ng sort of open forum sa kanya. Right? Kasi at this point in time, hindi po natin pwedeng sabihin na hindi tayo parte. Kasi it's mandatory. Batas ho siya Di ba? Pero ako sa akin, kung doon sa sinasabi nating amount na sabi ko nga, na 2004, pwede naman siyang i-max pa I would even probably think yung 5,000 sa annual mo, pwede na yun. Right? But there are certain restrictions, di ba? Ilan lang pwede ang gumamit ng mga beneficiaries mo. So mayroon siyang cap space. I think kailangan yun for overseas. Imagine niyo po ito, kung yung isang person from Saudi, kumikita lang ng $250. Hindi na nga magkasya para sa kanya yon, magbabayad pa siya ng premium sa PhilHealth.
Ay, nako.
Malabo po yun. So, pag-pray nyo na lang po, okay, may I ask you, pag-pray nyo na lang po na masagot yung aking email sa kanya at masama natin siya dito sa ating programa. At least a representative from PhilHealth. Okay? That's it for me. I'll catch you tomorrow. At let me know kung gusto nyo pa akong mag-daily vlog o hindi na.
Yes.
Bye! Love you guys.
Maraming salamat. Ayan, huwag kayong alis. Power hits up next.